Day 73. Heaven has yet to rise over the jagged mountain peaks, and I'm deep in enemy territory, surrounded on all sides. They hide in the walls and tunnel under the floorboards, watching me with their thousands of eyes, looking for any cracks in my offensive or my resolve. It's been a harrowing week of all-out biochemical warfare, but their pheromones will be no match for my newly acquired industrial-grade insecticide. This ought to solve the hotel's roach problem once and for all.
Niffty! Alice has got everyone else in the car. Sure you don't want to come hit the beach?
No thanks. I gotta get started on cleansing the whole hotel, especially Alistair's studio. He's really particular.
Anal, you mean?
No, I think he'd prefer BDSM.
I meant like... Huh. Nah, you're right on the money. Psst.
If there was money on the ground, I'd have disposed of it.
Just... have fun with your little bug friends today, yeah?
Oh yes, we're gonna have a bomb.
Haha. She scares me.
Clean it up, da, da, clean it up, wah, wah. Exterminate the bugs for social harmony and love. Clean it up, ba, ba, clean it up, cha, cha. They're dirty so they don't belong in this one girl panopticon. Okay, I'm bored. I wonder if the crew would like some good old talk show radio to keep them company on the long drive. Who am I kidding? Of course they would! A wicked good morning to the creeps, crawlers, and petty robbers of Pentagram City! I'm your substitute radio demoness for the hour, Niffty, and you are tuning in to Kllr 66.6 FM, Pentagram's premier radio station, dutifully serving the local community your news, weather, and traffic since 1933. Phew! Hopefully I did you some justice on that intro, Al. Alistair is really such a good boy, isn't he? Spending all his free time and also most of the workday on entertaining the whole town for free? If I was the full-time radio demon, I'd be charging you suckers $750 soul bucks a month. Plus tax. But I'm sure all Al's lady listeners know that no man is perfect. I can usually look past Al's goody two-hooves because he's really fucking awful as a boss. He never knows what my schedule is, so he's always calling me in on my days off. Then he buys me the cheapest cleaning supplies he can find, despite his boss being the literal princess of heck. And to top it all off, he's 7 years behind on signing my pay stubs. Though it could obviously never work out between us on a deeper level if he's gonna lock himself in his room all day to cosplay a respectable pillar of the local community. Maybe he reckons himself a real snollygoster. Though don't get me wrong, listeners, a good deed here and there doesn't change the fact that Al's still a demonic manifestation of total human garbage. If he fit in my dustbin, I'd have swept him up decades ago, along with all the rest of the trashy men who roam my old district. He was a particular favorite of my working girls in those days. They'd always have the radio tuned to his station and crowd at the windows when he sauntered by. He had a few less notches on his tailcoat in those days, so you can just imagine him, bright-eyed and totally not squashed into the brimstone like he is now. I had to start chaining the girls to their looms. And when they all went up in smoke with my factory, he first laughed his head off. Ha ha ha! But then he offered me some part-time work to keep me on my feet. He's a roach for sure, but at least he's got an air of sophistication about it. One god's trash is another gal's treasure, I suppose. Can't say the same about the rest of Heck, though. As you know, anything broken and lost ends up down here eventually. Clothes, toys, litter, people, the occasional rabid animal, like Husk. You know, he once convinced me Al wasn't even human before he fell. Like he was a really naughty little deer who got sent to Tarnation for cannibalism and other deer crimes. I believed that for a solid month. Though I still don't fully disbelieve it either. Husk is a total piece of cat shit, though. Like, Alistair spiritually being a deer is pretty non-negotiable because of those big fluffy ears he pretends are just hair. Like, anyone would willingly go outside like that if they had a choice. But Husk thinks I'm some sort of ladybug because I'm small and always have a couple drops of blood on my apron. As if! Even Alistair thinks I'm an Asian lady beetle, which I suppose would make sense. I am Asian, after all, though I don't like the implication of my being an invasive species. I had just as much a right to America as anyone else. I just didn't know my green card would be such a red flag. Come to think of it, Pentagram isn't much different to the last town I immigrated to. Probably because lots of lost places turn up down here. That's why we have so many blockbusters. I just love the stag films. Of course, there's never any actual stags in them, because any deer demons Alistair hasn't eaten are probably locked in Mr. Vox's basement. But there's these really, really old ones with a big purple caterpillar. Rawr, the things I would do to him, ladies and gentlemen! It would probably take weeks to smack him to death with a rolled up newspaper, but by God, I'd try! I guess he retired or something, though. He hasn't made anything new in decades. Lame. Don't know if anyone's noticed, but our culture down here is always a decade or so behind. When I first fell down here, it looked like more of a war zone than usual, cause, well, you know, Hitler. But Alistair tells me everything cooled off pretty quick after he started curating Hell's first German-speaking radio station. Or German-screaming radio station, rather. We didn't have angelic weapons in those days, you see. Though you'd have thought a holy blade fell to heck the way Alistair acted over the first smartphones turning up. Like social media was gonna bring about an apocalyptic end to his carefully constructed cultural hegemony, which, yeah, it did. But you can't blame anyone for ignoring him, because he complained just as much about television back in the day. Though, of course, not till after he stopped hanging out with a certain someone. He's literally the underworld's first asexual incel. Like, involuntarily celibate, but by choice. I think he doth protest too much, though, because he literally does have a TV in his room. I've seen him stare at it for hours when it's not even plugged in. I love his little eccentricities. Of course, I love nearly everything about Al, but you see the roach thing too, right? Always chirping about who's on first and what's on second, and I don't know's on third. Cockroaches have stayed the same since the dawn of time. They don't change for nothing or nobody. But on the plus side, they've got an extremely high tolerance for toxicity, and Al certainly needs it considering his co-host. But nothing can survive forever. Eventually the poison will start getting under the skin, shutting down the chambers of the heart one by one, until the poor little guy is totally snuffed. Gee, all this talk of bugs is making me antsy. I'm gonna blow off some steam, by which I mean blow up some beetles, but don't change the station. I'll be right back after this commercial break. Hatred consumes me. I want them to die. I need them to die. Yet deep down, I know I am the dead one, laid to rest by the American dream. My earthly body rapturously consumed by bugs while my condemned soul bitterly repudiates them. In the night, I hear the mothers clicking softly to their newly hatched children. Do I reject them because they are not so dissimilar to myself? No. We have nothing in common. Their world teems with life while I am little more than scraps of undying flesh threaded together by the frayed, fading memory of life. Yet I drive this needle again and again into their squishy, innocent bodies, because I fear that if I ever stopped, everything I am or ever was will completely unravel. Oh yeah! It's time to take calls from Al's graciously supportive patrons. Moshi Moshi?
Hello. Elmo hates what you stand for.
Oh,
Elmo's having a really bad day and your voice is making it worse.
is there anything I can...
Elmo's gonna do it this time, I swear. Don't call Elmo therapy.
Okay, letter time! Let's see... here's something! Please allow a brief pause to our programming so as to give thanks to our wonderful contributors who have stuck by the A2V podcast in both sickness and in health. Ash Hawthorne, the Night Queen, LexiPop398, Vim Reaper Knight, Decepticon, Dude Mang, Paradox Cluster, Indie Infestation, Vladimir Volokov, Chipped Cup, Birdie, Counterbalance, Creepy Girl NC, Alice Liddell, and Amanda. Well, I think that was just yesterday's patron read. Alistair should really clean up his desk. Oh wait, that's kind of my job. Oh well, surely this one's a letter, right? Day 33,968. Average temperatures have been heating up over the past few days, which means my co-host is somehow even more energetic than usual. Though he is a cold-blooded fish, I suppose. Maybe his blood is like coolant for his electrical parts. Probably would taste disgusting. That's underlined 3 times. But I'm pretty close to biting him anyway. He's been on the phone with my boss for the past 10 minutes arguing about safe workplace temperatures in the face of tomorrow's heat wave. It's almost like he's begging her to let me come outside to play. Now he wants to see what I'm writing. Like, honestly, can he just fuck off? He's such a piece of, handsome, charming, husky man meat, oh how I high-key dream of sinking my yellow teeth into his Chad arms and peak abs. He has the body of an Olympic swimmer and a 136 on the 200-meter freestyle to prove it. Weird. The second half of that note has a much different vibe than the first. A slightly different handwriting too, but it's hard to tell. Aha! Now this one has to be a letter. The return address says it's from Lynn. Dear Vox, who is also my boss, and Alistair. Ooh, and Alistair's my boss. We're like co-workers-in-law. Isn't that fun? Anyway, Lynn says, hello, I'm writing in to tell you both that I really enjoy your show, and not to worry, Mr. Vox, I'm off the clock while writing this. It's always good to set boundaries with your boss, Lynn. Even yesterday, I was very firm with Charlie, and I said, no, I will not be coming into work tomorrow. Us modern gals gotta advocate for our rights, right? A summer holiday is practically communism. The only days I take off are medical appointments to renew my lobotomy. Lynn continues, however, I have a question for the both of you. Please don't kill me for this one, but when are you both going to talk out your issues with each other and maybe get some therapy for it? Your lovely front desk employee and faithful listener, Lynn. Those two in couples therapy mix like war crime conventions and the unaccountability of imperialism in the face of vested capitalistic interests. Sure, they might occasionally pretend to bury the hatchet because it's literally embarrassing to be so cut from the same blood-stained cloth, like God specifically designed their personalities to accentuate each other's fundamental human flaws. But after so many decades of this constant back and forth, it's like, God, Alistair, I know you like playing with your food, but at this point it's practically a fetish, isn't it? Pretty sure Alistair's just waiting on Vox to take over the entire Pride Ring, because that's the only ring he'd ever say yes to, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, relax, Al. I'm just pulling your totally not real tail. If you ask my opinion, Al's got way too many commitments to settle down anyway. Besides, he probably sees Vox enough already with all those morning and night shows. I see him enough too, honestly. The first time I saw that flat-faced creature from the Black Lagoon crawl out of the lobby TV in the middle of the night, I nearly shat myself. Al, you really gotta pay someone to look after your dog if you leave town. He did not look like that before you left. That first week, I kept drawing a line of salt around the console, but my boss's girlfriend didn't like that. She kinda reminds me of a moth, but I don't really have any evidence for that. There's just something about her that makes me violently homicidal. Like, she's hiding something which would make everyone hate her if we knew what it was. But she's already out as a lesbian, so I don't know what else it could be. Marriage ain't all it's cracked up to be anyhow. Men, see, they like to change you, make you feel small, turn you into someone you don't even recognize in the mirror. Like a powder white redhead. Listen, don't ever answer a newspaper ad for a free baptism to appease your new white American in-laws. Of course, the baptism's probably not the main reason I'm in Christian hell, but that's as much as I'll say about it for now. At least my English got pretty good after being stuck with these Gaijin bastards for my entire afterlife. I somewhat recently got my hopes up to go home when they built that giant gold heaven embassy smack dab in the middle of the city 7 or so years ago. When all my relatives died, they went to the Shinto afterlife, obviously, so I started trying to get a passport through the new embassy to visit them. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know any sinner who's actually gotten an appointment. It's like the embassy just exists for the benefit of hell's aristocracy. Do you know what it's called when a foreign government controls your right to move back to your ancestral afterlife? A pain in my ass, I tell ya. We can't even leave the literally goddamned Pride Ring to visit the other rings of hell. Alright, if you've been here for more than a week, you'd already know that, but has anyone ever pointed out how idiotic it is that we even have other rings of hell being ruled by other deadly sins if sinners are not allowed to be anywhere other than Pride? I know, it's Lucifer's punishment, right? But there's this tiny, itty-bitty, ever-so minuscule issue that, he can leave the Pride Ring. He could be sipping Gin Ricky on a yacht down in Envy right now without a care in the underworld. God knows he's not governing Pentagram right now. Some freaking punishment, right? Stupid heaven. I know you can't see it, but I'm flipping them off through the studio window right now. Heaven treats us like third-class citizens, and I'm totally sick of it. It's bad enough just being dead in general, but now we all get exterminated every year too? And for what? Like, how is it even metaphysically possible to kill something that's already dead? I guess it doesn't matter because the exterminators do it anyway. They stab at us with their big-ass needles, pull our limbs off for fun, spray us with holy water which burns for days and days, and there's no good hospitals because they're all in sloth, and no justice because the courts are all in wrath, and nowhere to hide because heaven and hell both hate sinners. Everything just wants me to suffer and double die! Like, oh God, maybe I am a son of a bug! No! I don't want to be an ironic metaphor for an invasive colonizer working within established interdimensional norms to ethnically cleanse the native population from their land! Especially considering my penal colony was literally established by a bunch of all-powerful genocidal religious fanatics. Ugh, this freaking sucks. The only difference between me and these dumb bugs is that I have to pay mammon income tax. Fuck. I think I'm gonna end the show now. I'm gonna nix the insecticide, all things considered, and extend an olive branch to the Roach Queen. I'm sure we can come to a mutual understanding. Or if not, maybe I'll install a new Roach ruler who's more sympathetic to sinner interests. Just because you've stopped genociding a population doesn't mean you shouldn't stack their political class in your favor to continue extorting their natural resources for profit. And what's wrong with putting their extra bug limbs to work, huh? After a little coup or two, I bet those buggos will make wonderful little thralls as I rebuild my long-lost empire. They're certainly more fire-resistant than the last ones.